Prepare to attack the enemy's control points.
Get behind me, Doctor!
I am fully charged!
You are listening to Control Point, a Team Fortress 2 podcast with Brent Copeland, Eric Fullerton, Wes Wilson, and Spencer Williams.
Control Point, episode 39, recorded on July 13th, 2008.
I'm Rent Bay Oakland, okay?
I don't speak that language. My name is Wes Wilson.
I'm Eric Fullerton.
Yay! Why are we losers?
Rick A. Fullerton Fay.
We're not speaking in a dead language.
Yeah.
I'm not either.
Welcome back. We are back to a brand new episode of a podcast we like to call Control Point.
A Team Fortress 2 podcast. Bing.
We talk about TF2 and other assortments of things.
Conan. Acarium.
Yes, Acarium sometimes.
Nintendo DS.
I've got a new game to talk about this week.
Cool. Something that's not
Is
TF2.
it Spellcraft?
Yeah, something that's not TF2.
Excellent.
Okay. Do we want to talk? I've got this box here, and when I shake it, like I hear some noise in it, but I'm not convinced it's the briefcase.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe the briefcase is inside the box.
Well, that seems awfully typical. Maybe we're inside.
Did y'all discuss this before the podcast?
I'm gonna say yes. Anyway, maybe we're actually inside the briefcase,
Maybe.
and we're shaking a box inside the briefcase. What do you think?
Wow. Sounds.
Should we shake around like we're shaking?
Yes. Well, they are muffled. The enemy has taken our intelligence.
I hear
Some
something
sort of
in here.
a paradox in here somewhere.
Anyway, I'm going to open up this box. Dun, dun, dun. And in the briefcase is us. So, yeah, you get
Yay, super lame.
First off, we have server status. No, really. It's about the status of our servers. Not about the Uber servers thing. We have a map prize award notice. We have some new CP skins.
Cool.
And we have some listener contributions.
Sweet. And are we going to talk about the PlayOnCon some too?
Yeah, we can do that too.
So let's throw that in the briefcase.
Yeah.
And now let's take it back out.
Okay.
And we're going to talk about PlayOnCon as well.
Strike that. Reverse it.
Yeah. Put everything back in the box. Close it up.
So, do you want me to go? We can move on to our status. Do you want me to talk about my week?
Sure. What'd you do this week?
Well, I started off with PlayOnCon, and it was a lot of fun, and we had a great time, and we didn't have as many people there as we hoped we would, but all in all, everybody who came had a great time, and it was a lot of fun. I'm actually looking forward to doing it again next year, even if I lose money again. Additionally, I haven't had a whole lot of time to play. I had 3 big wine events this week. I poured wine at a country club at a wine society dinner, and then I poured wine on a little patio wine tasting, and then I poured wine in a wine store wine tasting, and then I got called into work twice at the restaurant. So, and then my wife's 20th high school reunion was this week. So all in all, I didn't do much of anything.
You had a lot to Twitter about this week.
I did. I twittered a lot. I'm a tweeter. I tweeted.
You should have made a podcast about it.
The Wine Cast. You just got fragged.
Right? And they're whining about
Yeah,
it.
you got drunk. Anyway, so I did, however, I did play a little bit of Team Fortress 2, and I had a really good time. I got on server 4, and we'll talk about that later. I got on server 4, and it was really funny because I was the only admin on, and at first I was one of like 5 people, and then everybody started logging on, and but everybody was complaining. It didn't matter what map I put it on. Everybody was like, I don't like this map. And RTV. And it was like, what? And they're like, we're sick of this map. And I'm like, well, okay, what maps aren't you sick of? And they were going, CP falling. And I'm like, no, I am not going to put on CP falling. I refuse. I'm just not going to do it. And
you heard it here first.
And they kept like saying these terrible maps, and I'm putting it on good ones. Like I'm putting it on like Steel,
Hotel Hell.
I did not put it on
good things like
That's the
Cyberpunk.
issue right there.
But I mean, I put it on some good maps, and everybody was talking all smack and stuff. And then finally, and the weird one that nobody complained about was Hydro.
Really?
Yeah, like finally we end up on Hydro, and I was like, "Oh, I haven't played this in a while."
Huh? I played that this week too.
You guys are jerks. So
it's always like, "Oh, Hydro's up. Oops, I didn't change the map in time. Oh well, we're here. Let's just play it."
I hate to break in, but you know what I'm doing right now?
What are you doing? Hydro?
I'm banning Dab Sloves PK from the chat.
Really? Why are you doing that?
Sorry, he's gone.
Okay.
Continue.
That's cool. Don't forget, we've got PK Love Stabs in there too.
Oops.
So we might get some retribution for that one.
I don't know what's going on.
Anyway, one interesting thing, we had some problems with our servers this week, and then all of a sudden, server 4 just started rebooting. Like, and it would restart and kick us all off, and we'd get back on and be like, "What just happened?" And then we'd play for like 3 minutes, and then it would reboot again. So that was a lot of fun.
Was this during the downtime of the other servers?
Yes. And then we ended up playing Studio, and that was one of the ones people were whining about. And the other team went all NG and one soldier, and they stomped us.
Really?
Yes.
That's the way you do it.
They just kept moving their sentries forward, and well, of course, now the soldier was shine spiked. So
I see a paradigm shift forming here. Strategies all across the TF2 community.
And then also I played a new game. Well, not really a new game, but it's a game I never finished. When we went down to PlayOnCon, I took my Xbox because we were going to do DDR on the Red Octane pad that Eric owns, and I picked up all my Xbox games, and I'm like, I never finished this, I never finished that, so I hooked my Xbox. I got my new entertainment center on Monday, and I went ahead and wired the Xbox in, and I put in Psychonauts.
I love Psychonauts.
Which I never finished it. And it's so much fun. And so I've been playing that lately because it's been, late at night, and nobody will be on the computer. And I'd love to get on Conan and play some Conan, but I know nobody's going to be on. So I would play some Psychonauts. And man, that game is a lot of fun.
It is. It's got cool concepts, a good story, everything. So yeah, it's totally worth playing all the way to the end.
And I definitely, if anybody has an old Xbox, go pick up a copy of it. The graphics aren't bad. They're very cartoony, but they're that way on purpose. So if you've got an old Xbox, go find a copy of Psychonauts somewhere and try it again. It's on Steam as well.
It is.
Yeah, you can download it. You can get it on Steam. And then there's actually another game that I started the demo on, but I found out that this week it's on sale, and that is the Rain-Soaked Precipice of Darkness. The Penny Arcade game is on sale for $10 this week on Steam.
Oh.
So I'm probably going to pick that up as well.
Well, cool. That was packed.
That's most of my week. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and say it is.
Sweet.
So who's next? Who's next?
I guess I'll go next. Alrighty.
Saving the best for last once again.
Yeah. All right, so the servers went down this week. We'll talk more about that later, but I was up. It was about 4 in the morning, and everything went down all simultaneously, even the vent server. And so I have a bunch of people messaging me. I was actually playing WoW at the time with a bunch of other CPers.
Alliance goobs.
Yeah, we have a new Alliance guild. Like every week, at least 2 or 3 new people join from the CP community. So it's a lot of fun. If you're Alliance, hop on over. We'll let you in. We're called Focal Point over there. Anyway, so the servers went down. We just barely got it back up just in time for CP After Dark on Friday night. So the first map in celebration of the forums being up was Cyberpunk. I don't know why, but it was. So we played Cyberpunk for a good while, and I noticed this really funny spray on the wall. It says it's a picture of me and Sabrina at PlayOnCon. And
I think it was at DrinkCon.
It was a screen cap from Ustream because we did live streaming like all weekend long. It says tongue gyrations at the bottom of it, and in the background you can see Brent licking my ear. Yeah, it's pretty scary. I don't even know why I brought that up. So
I don't either, but it's making me hot again.
I just thought it would make a great spray.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm sorry. No, that wasn't me.
I still don't know who did that, but I took a screenshot of the spray and posted it in the forums. It's funny. So after Cyberpunk, it's Cyberpunk with Friendly Fire. Friendly fire. It was messy.
That's part of the rules too. There's a spy in the discotheque.
Oh yeah,
a game sweeping the nation.
Oh, yeah, the discotheque. After that, we played some Egypt, and that was fun with All Talk on. We, I think, accidentally went into Hydro and just went ahead and played it out. I'm not a Hydro hater. It's fun. And then after that, I think Jolly was changing maps that night, and he changed it to Orbit A. Now this is interesting. Have you guys played this?
I have not.
Nope.
It is in outer space. There's lots of there's planets, big spheres, and the gravity is such a way where you float up and then down and then up and then down, kind of like a sine wave. Like you're just kind of floating aimlessly through a big cube, which is outer space, and then you can land on different planets. There's these little aliens, like alien invaders, like floating around that you can sap. Apparently, it's pretty weird. I think the spawning areas kind of are troubled because I don't know. It's easy to spawn camp because you spawn on a planet. Anyway, but it's fun. It's neat. It's hard to kill people, so getting like a score of over 10 is pretty rare. It looked like most people playing had 0 score. Because even as a sniper, I mean, really, I don't know what is a good class on that map. But anyway, that's called Orbit A. I would check it out. I think it needs help, so maybe Orbit B will be better. After that, we played some Cliffhanger. Have you guys played Cliffhanger?
I have not.
No.
This one's interesting. This one features a yodeler, this little plastic guy that kind of bobs up and down that gets moved on this track.
Is it like the yodeler from like The Price is Right?
Price is Right, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, that is awesome.
And you can hear him yodel the closer you are to him, and it's pretty silly.
And so it's a PL map, and you got to move him. Is that the?
See, I don't know. It was late, and I was drinking. I was just I was just putting up sentries and laughing at the yodel.
So really, it wasn't a yodeler. It was just Jolly Eskimo sitting there yodeling.
Oh, it was good times. So I would check out Cliffhanger for a good laugh. Also, after that, now this is really cool. Escher House. House spelled Haus. Hossenpfeffer. This is like
Das Haus.
MC Escher. You are walking around a Escher print, and sometimes you walk into a room and it's sideways, and you slowly walk up a staircase and find that you're in upside down, and there's a staircase in the ceiling that you can't reach, and the spawn room is contorted. It's very strange.
So it's like the gravity and stuff changed as you're walking up these stairways that are going.
No. The gravity is always constant, so it's always pulling you down. But but the way that the rooms flow from one to another, you may find yourself on the side and just kind of it's really neat. It's well made. All the archways are curved, just like in paintings, and like, I mean, it doesn't look like a TF2 map. Like,
it sounds like it's much more fun than Whistler's Mother CP.
I haven't played that. What is that? Okay. Whistler's Mother.
Have you? What is that?
No, just go on.
Was that a joke that wasn't funny?
Pretty much so.
So Escher House is excellent. After that, we're getting into the very early hours of the morning here. We went to Duel Duel 2, played that for a little bit, and then we went to Duel Duel 3 and played that for way too long. But for some reason, we were really having a blast. Yeah, we played it for, I don't know, a good 45 minutes, I think. But I think that we had conversations about quantum theory and stuff like that, and physics. And so really was all about, it was just a chat room. And, you know.
And you killed people.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Chat room with death.
Yeah.
That's so appealing.
That is the CP community.
Yeah, but it was a lot of fun. So that was CP After Dark on Friday night. Also, thank you, Try. That's TRI. Try bought me a copy of Day of Defeat. And that was awesome.
What is going on here?
Everybody just like buys Eric games.
I know. What about some of the other people in this community? I mean, on this podcast. I've never gotten a gift.
Oh, that's not true.
What did I get?
You got some undies. You got some.
That was from you.
Oh,
Nice.
And they were used.
Yeah,
and they were
still a
your
gift.
wife's.
Really? No, I hate to tell you, Wes, they weren't. They might have looked like they should have been my wife's, but
Yeah.
anyway.
But thank you very much. I just installed it, and it's really cool. I don't want to turn this into a Day of Defeat podcast. I guess it's too late for that. But
Day of Defeat.
It's a World War II. Uses the Source engine. It's class-based, just like TF2. It starts off with a very grainy kind of like old film look. And then it slowly morphs into like color, like, regular.
Yeah, I was watching behind your shoulder. It had really good graphics, and you got killed quite a bunch.
Yeah, I did. I just hopped in there. Hacienda Squish has a server. It's Squish's Lounge or something. And so he's a CP member, and I think there's 16 people, I believe, that can play a game. I'm probably totally wrong about that, but anyway. It's a fun game. It's really cool, and it's real cheap too. I hear that it's. I think they had the free weekend over the weekend that we were at PlayOnCon, 4th of July, and I believe it was $5. I think it went back up to $10 on Steam. But it's a good game. Also, tons of stuff happened in WoW. I will keep that to a minimum since we have a WoW podcast. Hopefully, I'll get to talk about that later. But I just wanted to say that my priest hit 70, so now I have 2 70s, and I'm here to say you haven't played WoW until you have a 70 Horde and a 70 Alliance.
Well, I don't agree. I have played a lot of WoW, and I take offense to that.
Yeah,
Well,
I think
I'm saying that you
70 Alliance
you
is
get to
lame.
absorb all of the content that Blizzard has made for you if you have leveled both.
Well,
but
yeah,
we'll save this for our WoW discussions.
Really?
We haven't played Warcraft, Brent.
Yeah, we haven't gotten bent over backwards over some table and had a gnome stick something to us.
Yikes!
Well, maybe you haven't.
Let's see. And let's see what else. Really, that's it. And some Macarium, as every day I gotta.
I'm up to 23.
23?
Yeah, that was
Wow.
expensive.
You got like space shuttles or something in there?
I have absolutely nothing. Oh, no, I do have the steam paddle boats, and I have steam giants, and I have mortar ships now.
Ooh, I think I just hit 20. Wow, but yeah, it's getting very expensive to build.
Yeah.
Are you laying down the pane with your steam giants?
No, actually, I'm just sitting back.
Okay, so. Anything else there?
Yeah. Mr. Eagle is reminding me something in the chat room here. I was, let's see, I think Mr. Eagle had put a time bomb on me. So it's ticking down, tick, 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 tick. I'm about to explode, right? Yeah. But then someone Ubered me while that was happening. And then Mr. Eagle froze me. So I'm Ubered, frozen, with a time bomb. So everything just kind of stopped for me. It was just frozen. I didn't end up dying or anything. It was very odd. So
the time bomb went off, but you didn't blow up, basically.
Yeah.
Well, I thought that stuff didn't work on mods.
No, it works on one. Oh, no. We took Eric off the list.
Okay. Well, good.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
It's very strange. Or was it a freeze bomb? Was it a freeze bomb? I thought it was a time bomb. A freeze bomb, when it ticks down, you're just frozen at the end of the time period.
So that's what happened. You just froze.
Okay, he's correcting me in the chat. So it was a freeze bomb, but I was Ubered at the same time. It was a lot of stuff going on at once.
So the Uber counted down like normal while you were frozen.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Hey,
That's very strange.
Since we aren't doing a reconnaissance segment, since you did all your reps in your week,
Yeah.
I thought I would, since you're ruining our podcast. Did you get to play TechCore's new map, Atlantic TC?
Ooh, no.
TechCore's done is working on a territory control map.
Oh, sweet.
And I played it a little bit. It's kind of cool. I was reasonably impressed. It's big. It seems a little bigger than like the hydro sections, but it's pretty cool.
So one where the first point's like under a building that's kind of in the air.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes. That's a sharp little the battle around that point is really cool.
I haven't played it since he's made updates to it. It was a really nice looking map, and it just had some issues with really just some choke points, and it didn't seem like anybody ever won the game.
Well, so you're saying it's trouble winning a territory control map?
Yeah, what about it?
You don't feel that it's that way with Hydro as well?
No.
Okay, keep going.
Someone usually wins the Hydro map I play. It's usually not the team I'm on. I don't know if that says something.
Yeah, I support your right to talk about this.
Oh, Gatorade cap to the head. I missed.
We're funny. Anyway, so Brent, how about your week?
Brent, best for last.
Screw you.
That was
Oh, wait,
that was
no,
a good
that
week.
one. Well, I was on vacation most of the week, but I did go down to PlayOnCon, and it was a lot of fun. We ended up streaming, I guess. Me,
So much.
Eric, and Sabrina manned the booth, and Wendy, Wes's wife, joined in quite a bit, and Billy was there a couple times.
Yes,
Billy. The cone, and it was a lot of fun.
Greg dropped in for a little bit.
Yes, Greg.
Old Greg.
And the Combat Grandmas, you could hear them a lot with their southern music.
Yep. Sweet
but it
home
was
Alabama.
Big wheels keep on
It was a lot of
turning.
fun. For the people who don't know about the cone, I'm going to go into that briefly.
Okay.
Basically, there was a guy at the party who had a cone named Billy, which he takes all to the cons with him.
A traffic cone.
Apparently, some of his friends, in air quotes, stole the cone from him and left a note on the elevator door that if he wanted it back, that he had to do all this stuff.
Yeah, ransom note.
Yeah, ransom note for it. And then someone tore off the bottom half of the ransom note and ransomed the bottom half of the ransom note. So
If you want the bottom half of your ransom note, you will comply.
leave 1,000 pockmarks. And so anyway, they did that, and they finally got the cone back, and he was about to get the cone back or whatever, and they left at this party. And we decided to take the cone and ransom.
Kidnap.
Well, you have to understand also where it finally ended up. This was in a hotel, and the people who had stolen the cone got permission from the staff, and they took it up to the top of the building so that you could only see it out some of the hotel rooms. And then they had it so that it was essentially on the roof outside of the window. And you could see it from the party, but you had to look out the window and kind of squint and look for it, you know? And so it was a big joke because the guy actually attended the party and didn't know where his cone was. And then you guys ended up with it somehow.
Yeah, somehow we ended up with it. Anyway, we're going to ransom it off next episode.
Yes.
And so he's going to supposedly watch it and figure out what he's supposed to do.
There'll be some ululation.
So we did give it a CP tat already.
Yes.
But if y'all have any ideas of what we should do to the cone, email us.
There's a lot of funny video, too, of the Drunk Viking talking. If you look under the video archive of our Ustream site, you will see lots of funny conversations with him. And we, in air quotes, left him alone with the internet. And he had fun with it. So,
and I'll go ahead and give out a shout out to all the folks that joined us all weekend long in the chat. Y'all really made it much more fun streaming the events, even though the video quality was subpar.
We were beaming everything on a wireless network.
Yeah.
Of dubious worth.
Yes. So, thanks for that. The rest of the week, I was at my family's in Florida getting sunburnt and stuff like that. So I was on the road a lot, and he didn't really have Wi-Fi in his house. I didn't feel like dealing with it, so I didn't really get on much except for do a couple of carry-em turns. And then I came home and I saw this game on Steam that I thought I would download because it was one of their, here's a new game, blah, 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 blah. And it was really kind of crappy. It was a Spellcraft.
Oh, yeah.
I think it is. And it kind of looked like this, not an MMO, but, like an RTS, Warcraft with some twists. And I was like, well, I'll give it a try. The graphics look good. They didn't really look that good once I started playing it. I mean... If I'm playing a single-player game, the graphics really need to shine. They really need to look much better than any MMO I'm playing, personally, I think. And then it had some weird bugs on it where, like, whenever I clicked on any of the spells or the map and it was, like, lower than the Windows bar, it would pop me out of the game into Windows. And
that's not a bug, it's a feature.
Well, not when you're in the middle of a battle. I call it a bug. But anyway, so I don't know. I wouldn't recommend that game at this point. But besides that, that's about it. So let's move on.
Cool. Moving on.
Wait, there was there was something I was going to ask
Oh.
you, and I forgot.
Yeah.
Put the brakes.
Oh, I did get Guitar Hero for the DS.
Oh, yeah.
And besides it cramping my hand quite a bit after a couple games, it's pretty fun. They did a good job, I think.
Yeah, the hardware that attaches to the DS, it looks like turning your DS into an accordion.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the only thing I have with all the DS things. All the Guitar Hero stuff. The actual guitars, the buttons to me are too far apart, and these are too close.
Oh.
So they need to kind of split the difference between the two, and I think they would have a perfect. And that just might be my big fat hands. But
Yes.
But and the other thing with the little controller, it slips out if you're jamming too hard.
Oh.
And then you got to restart the game.
Ooh.
You can't just push it back in. That's what she said.
Crazy
You can
talk.
say it. You can say
that was
it.
a good one.
But it's a lot of fun. If you want to do it, you can get your little Plek thing and do some Guitar Hero screaming.
That's cool.
We actually, after the Rock Band competition at PlayOnCon being so much fun, we ended up pulling our Guitar Hero out again, and we've been playing Guitar Hero at the house.
Sweet.
Nice.
I want to play some more. You gonna get Rock Band?
Oh, we all need to chip in and buy it, I think, or something.
I'll
It's
chip
so
in a couple
expensive.
dollars.
Yeah, if someone out there can go ahead and buy me, I'll give you my shipping address.
No, I think they should buy Wes it, and then Wes can bring it over.
I would be happy to. I actually want a copy of Rock Band really, really bad.
Do you have a 360?
I don't, but I have. We can get Rock Band for the Wii.
No. Get it for the 360.
Yeah.
And then you have to bring it over. It's kind of like this,
Okay, well then, what I meant to say was I need Rock Band and a 360.
Oh.
Hey, I need a 360.
I
or
remember-
Wii. Do they have Rock Band for the Wii? I
Yep.
thought they just had Guitar Hero.
Nope, they got
Yeah,
Rock
they got
Band
it.
for the Wii out now.
Now, do they have it for the PC?
Yes. No.
What?
What? Rock Band for
the
no. They have
PC?
Guitar Hero for the PC.
Okay.
We go on. I just want to say, last week I mentioned that I got a new video card from Mintalk 1982, and I finally got to play TF2 and stuff with it, and it's really, really nice. And a cool feature, I don't know how this happens, but when I started up TF2, everything was on high. Did that happen to you when you played it on your new card, Brent?
I don't remember.
I mean, I guess it just knows. It just assumes.
Yeah, I
I don't
think it
know.
kind of detects, but I didn't know it would do it if you switch cards. I mean, I thought it
Yeah.
would just do it since it was a fresh install for me. So
Oh, okay. And then Day of Defeat did the same thing, just puts everything on high. And it's a big difference from what I was playing before. It mainly in high-res textures.
Yeah.
Not so much in frames per second. I mean, speed was already okay before.
because you're kind of hitting the same frames, you're just getting a better look.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
So if you lowered it down you'd get better frames.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
But it looks
That's
nice.
awesome.
And there was a tip on how to increase the textures on the forums. And in fact, we should probably link that. There's a way that you can up the textures more high res, like using a command line or something to insert into your auto config. And
for TF2.
yeah, for TF2.
All right, TF2 content. I'm liking that.
And it will make everything pretty, and it will make your textures more high res than you can even configure in the actual settings. So it's kind of a hack, if you will. And I
Right.
know you will. I know you're begging to.
Hey, are we going to talk any more about PlayOnCon, or we kind of talked about most of that?
Well, I mean, just a quick summary. It was a gaming convention down in Birmingham, Alabama, and we did a lot of interesting programming ideas. We had a Rock Band competition where only 1/3 of the score was because of your actual game performance. 1/3 was your costumes, and 1/3 was your performance, and that was kind of fun.
Yeah, especially since the internet, which was the CP community, had a 1/3 vote
Yep.
on that part.
No, it was 1/4.
1/4. There were 4 groups voting the performance, and we had to kind of stress. You're not doing how well they're playing the game. It's how they
Yes.
perform on stage, because they were like, oh, they're missing notes, and they got booed out that. And I was like, no, you're not judging that.
Yes.
You know, that's done by the score.
Yes.
You know? And so they had a lot of fun, I think.
Well, it was funny. The internet actually ended up being a tactile force of nature in the main programming room at PlayOnCon. We would do trivia, and the host would be like, "So how's the internet doing?" You know. And then we had a DDR tournament, and that was a lot of fun. And we actually had the DDR tournament winner went up against someone dressed up as Darth Vader. It was awesome.
Yeah, I was at a party later that night with this. There's a tall, scary guy there, and turned out he was the Darth Vader.
Yes.
And so it was nice talking to Darth Vader for a bit. But I also want to say we had a lot of prizes we gave out. The CP community finally got one of those coveted Razer mice, Mises.
Mobile.
And so did, I guess, someone at the con won one too.
Yes, it actually was Victor.
Yeah.
Oh, Victor won it.
Yep.
Okay,
It was
so cool.
mint condition won the mouse from the trivia.
Yep, and then of course Odd and Taryn did a lot of running the trivia in the chat channels, and they're going to get some stuff, as well as everybody else who emailed me during the event, like they were told to, will get their prizes.
Yeah.
So that'll be a lot of cool stuff.
And what we, for those of you not familiar with how we're doing Ustream, if you just listen to us on a weekly podcast, while we're actually doing the podcast, we make an announcement on the Steam community, and we do this live. And if you go to www.deadworkers.com/TF2/live, you can actually even look at the old Ustream shows that we did. Although a good chunk of the stuff that we did also got uploaded to YouTube. So if you look around on YouTube, you can find some of our stuff.
Yeah, and which we're trying to do. We're trying to send all that stuff to YouTube.
Yeah. Because it doesn't hurt.
Yeah, or it may.
Okay,
So-
on the loudspeaker.
Yay. For on the left.
Discussion.
Discussion. So apparently, I didn't really even know about this until I got back into town and started checking my emails.
Yeah.
The servers went down, all of our servers and Vent, and everything went
Yeah, Thursday around 4 a.m.
4 a.m.
Wow.
That's such a crazy time. What bastards over there at game servers.
I know. Jolly came in. He's like, dude, our servers just got repoed.
I know, and with all the advertising they should be doing with us,
Yeah.
they repoed our servers. That's terrible.
And, and they've actually emailed us about that, maybe doing some advertising eventually, but, it's like,
Yeah.
I don't even know if I want to advertise you.
You repoed our servers.
Yeah.
That's a little lame. I mean, we
Apparently-
probably got notices, but I was out of town and,
Yeah.
wasn't checking email and stuff, so.
It was about $110 in the hole, I believe.
Yeah,
Somewhere
which is
around
our
there.
monthly cost for all the servers and everything,
Yeah.
which will go down next month because I think we're going to stop server 5 because
Yeah.
not many people play on it. And, Times Squared's the one donating for that, and I almost feel bad even asking him to donate again for it just because no one plays on it,
Yeah. I mean, don't pay for a server that doesn't get used.
Yeah, so we'll be bringing that down at the end of this month, I guess, because now it's been paid for.
Yeah.
So if you want to get your fun server time in, now's when to do it. Get your jetpack fix in.
Your
Get
Cyberpunk,
get your Mario Kart. We need to get Harble Hotel on there.
Harble.
Hotel Hell?
No, not Hotel Hell. Harble Hotel.
I still got to play this horrible hotel.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a terrible map. I can't wait to play it
Why does everybody love it?
because it's done by the same guy who did Mario Kart and Cyberpunk.
Oh, yeah. So it's colorful and loud.
But a lot of people stepped up and donated to get those servers back on. Is this all the people's names who did that?
Yeah.
There was Cyan, Johnny Napalm, Jason 1969, Peanut, Hellas Poe, Dynamo Supremo, and Hacienda Squish. They jumped in, and it was weird seeing the emails. It was just like, bam, it was just all back on and paid for it.
It was really amazing. It was neat watching the community get all hyped. I was deep in work hell, and I couldn't really do anything about anything. But I would pop on, and I would see people going, "Oh, we have this much money left. Come on!" And they it was a rallying cry, and everybody got behind it. It was great.
Yeah. And I was like worried the podcast wasn't going out last week because I talked to Eric for a minute to see if what was going on with that, see if it was going up and everything, and then it was just like without internet or really being able to check my email or anything, I just kind of I was just like, screw it. I'm with family this week, and I'm sure they'll take care of it. And y'all did, and I'm glad.
A lot of people freaked out too because a lot of the people that live in Ventrilo were just like, we're homeless.
Yeah.
We're homeless. We have no home.
They had no vent server.
I'm starting to use Vent a little bit more just because, playing WoW, just venting in there. But I'm not really a general chat kind of person, but we have plenty of those in the community. So
yeah, and we're talking about, while we're on Vent, we're talking about maybe giving some privies to someone to make some channels and stuff.
Right.
And really, that's all we're kind of worried about. I know there's some people in the community who get sick of some of the noise in there, but I think if there's enough channels where you can go in or you can mute the people who are making the noise that's bugging
anybody who is spamming the channel, you can just right click on their name and mute them.
Yeah. And it doesn't do it for everyone, but everyone may not, some people might like whatever is being played or whatever. Yeah. And if you're in the general channel and getting that noise, that's kind of just a general channel, and you're liable to get noise. So
man, me and a couple people in the WoW guild had to join some free vent server while the vent was down. Oh my god, you don't ever want to do that. It was horrible. Man, it was horrible. I mean, I had muted so many people. It was a very scary place. So I'm happy to have a CP vent back up.
Yeah, so we'll get more channels in there and get someone who can make more channels in there. I think, are we naming any names right now?
Not yet.
Okay, not yet. So we'll take care of that. And I guess moving on from Vent and all the servers back up, we thank you all for helping out with that. Mm-hmm. We got, what's this, about a $100 bounty for making a map?
Yes, and I don't know how long this will be going on, so you might want to jump on this pretty quick. But there is actually a community that was very fond of an older map, and they wanted to see that map made for TF2. The map is called Canal Zone, and it's a Quake World Team Fortress favorite.
It was a good one.
And they're like, we want this map. We want it. And so they got together as a group and put up $100 and said, if you can make this map, we will give you $100.
Man, it's such a simple map to make, too.
Well, there is some weird control point mechanics. I mean, the idea is each control point gives your team points, and I hear that the mechanic has already been replicated in other maps, but I don't think it's as easy as just pulling out your hammer and tossing it together.
And it says here the requirements for this 8 control points that reward points at a set time interval for each point a team controls. That sounds a little well, it's like a little bit of logic involved there.
Yeah, I mean, basically what it is if you control a control point, when you get a tick, you get a point for that control point.
Okay.
Yeah. So, anyway, I thought that was worth mentioning, and I thought that some of our CP community people might be interested in that. I posted it in the forums last Monday on the 7th, and we've gotten a few bites. Some people say there's some other people working on it. You might be on a fuse, but at the same time, might be $100. $100.
$100. And it, Rock Band's only 160, right?
Yes. So you
not
can do the
saying
map.
anything or suggesting.
You can put all that work into a map and get us part of Rock Band.
I think we should just wait till Rock Band 2 comes out, right?
Oh,
That's coming out pretty soon.
So. Is it really?
Yeah.
Then Rock Band 1 will go, yep. $20.
Actually, all the Rock Band 1 stuff, it's backwards compatible. Like, you'll be able to play all your Rock Band 1 stuff in 2.
Oh, good.
All the instruments.
No. They're not sure about the instruments yet, but all the songs and everything.
Well, that'd be kind of lame not to do the instruments. It seems like, I don't know, it just seems like the money's in the...
Agreed.
Software.
But, I mean, then again, the arguments between, like, for instance, on certain systems, you can use Guitar Hero guitars in Rock Band, and on other systems, you can't.
Right.
It just depends on the system.
Well, cool. What's next on here?
Well, that's the end of that segment. That's the end of On the Loudspeaker. And then we had reconnaissance map discussions, but we already did that because
someone talked about other maps earlier.
Yeah.
I'm not going to mention any names. Eric.
Okay, listener contributions.
Yeah,
I like that new little tune.
Hey, I'm working on it.
You want to cover this first one?
All right. So, Pestilence created an MPC stat page. Now, this is pretty cool. What this is it's kind of like a HLX stats in a sense that it kind of I don't really know what he's doing other than maybe parsing people's Steam ID pages to gather data to create pie charts and a Hall of Fame type thing. So on the page we have here we have the total the total play time for everyone in CP, which currently it's 8,837 days.
Holy cow!
That's awesome.
And our member count as of right now is 1,546. And then we have a total player points. That's everyone's points all together, and that's 23 million and some odd number. Average points per player.
That's even. It ends in a 2. That's an even.
Oh,
number.
yeah, that's true. We have average points per player. That's interesting. So we have a pie chart here that shows the NPC, the most played class. So right now, in all of 1,500 plus people in the community, the NPC is engineer.
By actually a kind of a significant margin. The number of people who their NPC is engineer is 305, and the next person is 249. So there's 56 people more. So, you're dealing with like a 15% more than the previous one.
But is that most played class, or is that like taking everybody's hours for each class?
That's most played class. So of all the people in the community, 305 of them, their most played class is engineer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now,
I'm wondering maybe if that's tabulated from like total hours though. Because that would make sense to me, because it's kind of like, to me, that's one of the medium classes. That it seems like everybody plays it a good bit, but I didn't think everybody played it that much. So
there's
then it would get a lot of numbers that's way up.
There's a lot. I think it's one of those classes that a lot of like newbies pick up.
Oh, hey, he said it, Wes, right here. You're a bunch of noobs, engineers. He said it loud and clear.
No, I did not.
That's what I heard. Engineers are noobs.
Hey, no, I did not. What was the first class I played was medic. The second was engineer. First, right after picking up the game.
So now you're calling medics noobs?
Well, actually, medic is the second highest NPC. Now that you mention it,
yeah, medic is number 2. Pyro is 3.
So is this the NPC or the NPC? Maybe I missed something here.
You mean LPC?
Newbie played class?
The LPC across the CP board here is heavy,
with only 45 people.
And the second up from the bottom is sniper.
Why do you think heavy's next, huh? Maybe after heavy we'll get sniper unlocks.
Yeah, heavy's down there.
One interesting statistic with this, because I'm a math nerd, he also took the amount of playtime for each class and divided it by the player count. So in other words, he took the playtime of all these classes on the NPC, divided it by the number of people playing it, and the average playtime for each. In other words, if you're playing a given class and it's your NPC, Soldier has the highest time. Like of the people who play Soldier as their NPC, they play the most time with it.
You saying the noobs?
I'm going to say yes, just to shut you up. Interesting second piece of information, the lowest average playtime. In other words, the NPC that people have played the least, Sniper, 29 hours.
Wow.
So there you have it.
Yeah. It's really cool. Also, there's a Hall of Fame. Top total playtime right now is Ultra Blue. He's also the guild leader on the WoW Guild. That's why it's Focal Point. He's from Focus Gaming. Focus plus control point equals focal point.
Hey, I see how that works.
Very interesting.
He's got a play time of 1,200 hours, so he's played the most of all CPers. Now I see Jolly there. He's number 5 on the Hall of Fame. He plays a lot too. So anyway, there's a lot of these total points.
Well, now there's some stuff about the total points.
Yeah, there might be some. You go to a server where there's some hackery.
The number one person in the Hall of Fame on total points has 3 million points. The next person has 159,000.
Odd.
Yes. So then you go down to the top points per hour.
Yeah.
And you get the number one person is the same as the person with the most total points.
Yeah.
And he got 35,216 points an hour.
That's a lot, man. He's pretty good. I don't ever want to play a match against him.
The second highest was 1,870. So I'm calling hijinks on the total points.
1,870 points an hour?
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Well, yeah, but it's no 35,218.
Right. But it's still scary.
It is. I'll give you that. But
I'm lucky to get,
I'm still calling
hijinks.
hijinks. I'm calling hijinks.
Yeah.
I'm saying these people.
Who is it? Do we got names?
Yeah, but I'm.
Call them out. Call them out. Call them out. Call him out.
It's Tedward.
Tedward.
CP.
Call him out.
Tedward, what you doing with your game, brother?
Now, from what I understand, and I think what he did was he got on one of those massive healing servers.
Yeah, it's probably not even his fault, or maybe it is. Dun dun dun.
Well, I mean, lots of people did it. I mean, he just.
Well, no. I think a lot of people who are up there, because seriously, 1,800 points an hour is a lot of points per hour. I think a lot of people did whatever it did to get that number up by accident, by whatever. But I think Tedward here really likes those servers. And I think you should come home, Tedward. That's what this is about. This is a little intervention. CP intervention. Come back to the CP servers. They're back on. Mm-hmm.
All right, next on this.
Nothing, Zach. Nothing. Nothing more about it.
Okay, who put this next one in?
By the way, thanks Pestilence for making this this whole graphical chart thing. But also, he made one for the CP Acarium group, and I thought maybe it'd be cool if he created one for the CP Europe group, which is actually new. There's just a Steam group for all EU players. I
thought you meant for like Acarium EU players that play on.
Oh no, sorry, it's two different things.
Oh, good. Whew. Yeah, I'm all for this then.
Yeah, so we can kind of see who overseas owns the most. Cool stuff.
Awesome.
Your excitement is palpable. Okay. Do you want to cover this next one, Brent?
I don't know anything about any of this.
Oh, there's a Canada group as well. CP, it's Canada CP. Mr. Eagle created this. So, again, Pestilence, maybe we can have another stats and see who owns in Canada.
Yes. Yes.
Who owns Canada?
Yes.
And then if we get one for Alabama, that would be awesome. I'm thinking Alabama would be awesome. Did I say that? I thought I already said that.
That'd be great.
You know what? Alabama would be awesome.
Big wheels keep on turning.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, do we have this MP3?
We do. It is from Feds. This is a really good tip. And here it is.
Ahoy Control Point. Fedora Pirate here, or Feds in game. Just letting you in on a technique that's great for dealing with pyros, and since the update I've been using it to no end. When running away from a pyro, or anything for that matter, run diagonally backwards. Running straight back makes you 10% slower, but diagonally does not, even if you quickly change between left and right. This way you can stay away from your foe and continue to return fire. Well, that's it from me. Play nice, everyone.
So that's a really good tip. Thanks, Feds. Did you know? I didn't realize this.
I'm
this whole
skeptical.
time.
I'm
Really?
skeptical. Yes, I'll have to
Are we
try
going
it
to
out.
test it and then tell everybody in 60 episodes so they can make fun of us for just now getting to it?
Yeah, I think that's a
Okay.
great idea. We will test this, and by we test it, we mean that someone in the community will test us and tell us tell us their results.
Well, I think Feds has tested it,
Well, I know, but
but you don't trust Feds.
I'm calling
You heard it here.
shenanigans. I'm calling
I
shenanigans.
hope you don't play Engineer 2. So, but this makes sense because in the original one, if you were swimming underwater and you looked down and put your back against a wall, you would just zoom forward. So there was always kind of little, terrain glitches, I guess, or whatever.
Wow, really?
Yeah, I mean, you just used it when you went through the tunnels in 2 Ford. There really wasn't much other application for
Okay,
it. But,
okay,
Yeah.
I can see that.
but yeah, there's precedence for stuff like that happen.
Okay, we've got a contest.
From Mija Win?
Yes.
Mija Win is running a Supertastic video game quiz contest, and we will put the link to that. Does anybody know anything more about it? I'm assuming it's video games and their Supertastic quiz.
Well, everybody was
questions.
having so much fun doing trivia at PlayOnCon that he decided to run some trivia.
Oh, very
So
cool.
go to the forums and sign up for his trivia game. It's on Friday. This podcast will come out on Wednesday, so you'll still be able to participate if you sign up in time.
If you downloaded it on Wednesday. So, this is a good reason for you to make sure you download the podcast on every Wednesday when it's out.
Okay, anyway, next, we have some new skins. There were some custom skins created by Chicken Hunter, and they are for the little shimmery thing above the control points, the little rotating, thingamabob.
Little sign thing.
And there's a red one that's a control point logo, and there's a blue one that's an Uber servers logo.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, they look really nice.
Do we need to put those on our servers for them to work, or that's just all
I think it's
on
all
their own client side?
Yeah.
Now, can we put it on our servers and make it? Like,
now, wouldn't that
put
be
it
cool?
into maps or something?
That would be really cool. Yes, I think we should definitely do that.
Of course, then would everybody have to re-download our new packaged maps with the new control point?
Yeah, and that would be really annoying.
Well, you only had to do it once, right?
For each map.
Yeah.
But now we could do it for some, like fan favorites of ours. Like if we took one and made, CP underscore turbine, or something like that. Well, that doesn't have control points, but
that's right.
I know where you're going with that, though.
Get it?
Okay.
Get it? You get it?
Good.
Get it?
But those are cool. That will be a link to FPS Banana where you can grab those skins. It's at least worth a click just to look at the screenshots and see how nice they look. And next we have a question from Mr. Eagle.
Now, was this emailed in?
This was emailed in.
No audio?
Nope.
I don't think we should read
Why
it.
Why doesn't he like us?
Well, he felt that he needed to ask us a proper question since last week he was kind of put on the spot, and he asked us some dumb question about if something about the bathrooms of Las Vegas and hookers or something.
Come
What
on,
was that
Mr.
about?
Igale. We need some audio.
So this question is, if you guys were to become character classes in TF2, what would your weapon sets be? Interesting.
Wow, I actually got to think about that one a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, are we talking existing TF2 weapons or stuff?
No, just like stuff that, like, what would Wes go around killing people with?
Oh.
What would be
his charm, I think.
What would be,
yes, my devilish good looks.
And then he'd pull out his ego in the other hand.
Yes. Dual wielding ego and charm.
And I would definitely not have wit. Would not be my weapon.
Really? Why? You're a funny guy. I even complimented you in the air like 3 episodes ago.
I know. It was because I was drunk, though.
Is that why?
I think,
Maybe I'd have a beer bottle, too.
I think my main weapon would be a video camera, and I would film you doing something embarrassing and then upload it to YouTube instantly.
Oh, very nice.
That would be my main weapon.
Yeah. A little Ustream webcam.
Yeah.
Fabulous.
Secondary.
DS. You gotta have a DS in there in your pink cards. You would have pink cards that you threw at people.
Okay. I would have light red cards that I would throw like shurikens.
Like shurikens?
Shurikens. And it would get stuck in your eye, paper cut. Ouch.
There's your third one, Wes. There's your third one, Wes. Mispronunciation.
Mispronunciation.
You could hit people with their vistas.
Isn't it a shuriken?
No, well, that was his.
Shuriken.
I think I would have little plush animals and stuff.
Yes.
Throw at people and candy.
Oh,
candy,
you would poison people with your
Nice,
candy,
nice.
And you'd get them all fat from eating your candy.
Yeah,
and they'd run slow, and they'd regret.
And then they'd get hit by a plushie,
and then they'd get really upset when they went to their wife's 20th year reunion and felt so fat. Thanks, Brent.
You're welcome.
I think my melee weapon would be my beard. Somehow I would kind of like I would cheek bunt them like with my cheek
bunt them.
and then they would get all like, ooh, that's scratchy on my face, you know.
Yeah, I'd vibrate people to death with the way that I bounce my knee in the chair.
Nice.
People commented on the fact that I'm always Mr. Bouncy Chair. So I sit here and I bounce my knee and shake the table. Yeah, that'd be my melee weapon.
Well, those are fun.
What about you, Brent? What's your melee weapon?
Do I have to have one?
Nipples.
Hey, I like that. Nipples.
Great sound effect.
But would that really be melee weapon? Maybe it's kind of like a flamethrower.
You could poke people's eye out with them.
Flamethrower.
But flamethrowing nipples.
Ooh.
Wow, we're really reaching.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe we should move on.
Efrit has a question of the week.
He does.
Is this audio or is this in an email too? What's going on with this podcast? Holy crap, people! It's audio.
Is a question from a Frit, and it goes a little something like this. Hit it.
Hey there, guys. Ifrit here again. My question this week is: as sniper is one of my favourite classes, I've been meaning to ask you all, why do you hate it so much? It's only doing its job if it kills you. So yeah.
Why do we hate snipers so much?
Why don't we?
Yeah. Why do we?
Why do we? Why do we hate snipers so much? It's like saying why do people hate the devil, or why do people hate thieves and robbers and cruel, vicious, inhumane monsters that slaughter their children?
Because we suck at being devils too.
No, okay. This is what it boils down to. When I'm having problems with a sniper, I find that and the deal is, if more than, like 20 or 30% of my game is being taken up by one character, like one opposition member, I get frustrated. Mm-hmm. So, if I can't see, if more than 30% of the time I'm having to deal with a sniper, that's my main enemy. And the other thing is, it's one-shot kills. So for the most part, you'll just be running along. Before you even know a sniper's there, you're dead. And it's very frustrating. And I actually heard someone talk on the forums about this, and it also feels very personal. They have picked you out. They have chosen you.
That's not true. You're the first one to peek your little head out the window.
Well, I know, but at the same time, it feels very personal when you're being shot. It's very impersonal on the part of the sniper, as we've learned from the video, but it feels very personal. There's even a story called "Bullet Through the Brain" that you're like, oh, I'm dying. So no, my thing is that when you're on a map where a sniper is doing a lot of damage, you feel like a good chunk of your game is being eaten up dealing with one of the opposing players.
You know what I think they should do, and I think this would fix my views on snipers. I think if you get one-shotted by a crit, by a sniper, by a backstab, I think you should have auto respawn.
That is not a bad idea.
And then you feel like you're still in the, it's just basically you were set back to your respawn.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And then you just take a little bit of hit, but
when you got like a 20 second respawn after getting a headshot right after you walk out of the spawn.
Two times in a row.
Yeah. And you're like,
well, that can happen with a spy too. I mean, you've been.
Well, that's why any insta kill.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because you can still get hit by a sniper and not killed. Now,
or a pyro taunt.
Yeah, or a pyroton. That's right. But yeah,
I don't know. Rare, that seems like more work. If somebody gets off a pyroton on you, that's a big deal.
Oh man, yeah.
Headshots don't feel like as much of a big deal.
Oh man.
But yeah, I think you answered that pretty well.
The other thing is getting rid of a sniper. Like, okay, I have been killed by the sniper. I am tired of the sniper. I would now like to try to deal with the sniper. I have to cross a lot of map to get to him. Mm-hmm. Unless I go soldier or sniper, I'm going to have to, if I want to try to remove the threat, I'm going to have to continue exposing myself to this thing that's causing me problems.
I'll give you a little hint.
What?
SV_ban. I don't even know if that's a real command.
I don't know.
It should be.
I don't know.
SV_ban all snipers.
All snipers.
You've got a point.
And then you let them log in and you ban them. Oh, you're playing sniper? You're banned. But I didn't do anything. I suck at sniper. Sorry. Should have read the rules.
Okay, let's move on to... Anybody else got anything to add?
No, that's about right.
Let's move on to surveillance.
Cool.
We have
surveillance. Dun, dun. Something like that.
Wow, that was terrible. Yeah. First off, we've got a Dispenser PC Case mod. Who put this in there?
I did.
I think Eric put all this in here this
week. Really?
Yeah.
You're my hero.
Yay.
I had no internet. That's my excuse.
This thing is really cool. This is a dispenser, a real life dispenser that someone has made, and I believe this is this was crafted out of wood and real materials. It's full size, and they did a awesome job on this thing. there's a blog with about 7 pages of just how he did it. So it's just seeing the construction. Now this is a PC mod, so the screen is where the little meter is, the little EF thing, and he has the little EF thing as his desktop wallpaper. So it looks like and it's a big it's brilliant. I mean, it's got the ammo poking out the side and everything. I mean,
and it looks like the keyboard is down in the bottom little drawer thing that opens up. Is
like
that what I see there?
You pull it out of the dispenser stuff?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I wonder if you can get like Jolt out of there and balls and
that would be cool.
some Hot Pockets.
But I want one of these so bad.
Little microwave built in.
I'm surprised we haven't built anything.
Yeah, we built a briefcase.
Yeah. We should build more.
Yeah.
I think we should too. I think what would be awesome is to see like a LAN party where one team is they all have mods for each class they're playing. And you like look across the table and it's like, holy crap, they're like really here. I'm scared to play because I think the spy over there with his spy mod, which I don't know, it's invisible PC or something. Yeah. It's gonna come over here and backstab me while I'm playing for real. For Rizzles and my Bizzles.
For Skittles. All right, and also we have a video here that is a TF2 Hit Boxes. This is a video just displaying the wired hit boxes versus the actual model, and you can see that if a character is running to the left, the hitbox will be further to the left than he is. A lot of people have mixed views on this. They say, "Oh, it's so screwed up. That's why this and that. That's why I keep missing headshots or stabbing or whatever." But if you understand physics, it just means that you're leaving enough time for the bullet to travel through space before it hits the target.
Yes.
So by cheating the hitbox, it simulates that. So
and they've actually there's one misleading piece of information on this. There's a variable you can set that will make the hitboxes not lead the targets. And Valve has actually said it won't improve your game, really.
Yeah, I think I thought the hitboxes were kind of more for lag too. It's more like prediction.
Yes.
So if you're lagging a little bit or they're lagging a little bit, it's going to predict a little bit ahead where you see it.
That's true because I believe the video at the end shows that you can type in a command some lag command. I forgot what it is. Just watch the video.
It's called lag compensation.
Is that what it is? Okay. And now the hitbox is right on top of the model, so there is no skewed.
Now what it does, if you activate lag compensation, the one thing that does is it makes the game less fluid. You end up with more jerky actions. Yeah. Because part of your computer is the way the game is set up, the hitboxes will move ahead of the figure, and then the computer can move the figure as it sees fit.
Right.
Whereas if it's locked on, if the hitboxes are logged on, the character might even jump around a little bit.
And it seems like it might actually increase your lag a little bit if it's having to send you more data.
It does. The data that it sends is exactly the same. What you do is you don't get as, I can imagine that like being able to, predict movement, like, when you see a character turn, you see a lot of animation in how they're turning, and that turning animation won't be, you won't get like that predictor of behavior that you'll get if you just leave it in the normal setting. Mm-hmm. But anyway, it's an interesting video to watch nonetheless.
Yeah. And we will have links to it in our show notes that you can find at tf2.deadworkers.com.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Shout outs.
Shout out.
Shout it. Shout it. Shout it out loud.
All right, so player of the week.
I don't know where I was going with that.
Player of the week?
Yes, it's right there.
Yeah. So player of the week is Nasuk, or is it Nasuk? Naasuk. Now, the reason I'm making him player of the week is because he was in the chat room almost the entire time we were in PlayOnCon. I would say he logged easily over 35 hours of just watching us and talking to us and just hanging out. And I just thought that was pretty amazing that someone would hang out with us in a streaming thing all weekend long. And and this was during a holiday weekend too. But that was a lot of fun. So yay, enjoy your player of the week, dumb.
Yeah, and I think a close runner-up would be Odd. He was in there quite a bit.
Odd was in there quite a bit as well.
If not as much.
Agent Mulder. But yeah, it was
our
really
C-Pod, as Wendy calls him.
C-Pod. Also, vote for Violet, everyone. And,
or as we like to call her, what was it? Boobsers? No, what was it?
Yeah. Okay, let's move on.
what was that?
Boobs on con. Wait, no. Play on boobs. No, boobs. Boobs.
Shout out to Dynamo Supremo and Deg for joining the WoW Guild this week. That's a lot of fun. Any more shout outs?
So do I get a shout out if I play an alliance character and join your guild?
Yeah.
What if I come over and just kill you?
You might even get player of the week.
Boobs! You know what? Why I like boobs?
Why?
Because they got nipples.
That's true.
You've got a good point.
Would you like earlobes if they had nipples?
6-shooter boob nipple gun.
Yikes.
Eric, I don't understand where we're going with this.
I don't either. Turn it off.
I'll tell you where we're going. We're trying to get some updates on the Wiki page.
Are we?
Yeah. You know,
or as you would say it, the Wiki.
Last week was really cool. We skipped all of the outro stuff here, where we pimp out all of our various ways to contact us and dig us and stumble us and all that kind of stuff. This week, I think we'll just do it quickly.
Okay,
Ready?
You can dig us.
Dig, MySpace us, iTunes review, stumble upon Steam community, join us in the forums, listen to our controlpoint.mugstape.com, Facebook us, and Twitter. Did that get it? Everything?
I think that's got. Oh, phone number 256-513-4772.
And lots of podcasts you can listen to.
My brain's blowing up right now.
Is it exploding?
It is.
Tons of podcasts from the Dead Workers Party Network, such as TrailerTrashTalk.com,
Random Chatter,
Lost Chatter,
Movie Chatter,
and a brand new one called Tech Chatter,
Zero Show,
and World of WoW,
and Cybermole. Yep.
So,
which we've got to do immediately upon completing this one.
After I have a smoke.
No, we need to go.
That will keep you very busy if you listen to all of these shows weekly.
Yes. So, okay. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next week.
We're out of here.
You are now at the end of another episode of Control Point.
Victory.
Every one of you deserves a medal!
A podcast brought to you by the Dead Workers Party. See the show notes and leave comments for this episode at controlpoint.deadworkers.com or leave us a voicemail at area code 256-513-4772.
Auf Wiedersehen!
Meanwhile, far beneath the coast of South Carolina, in Spencer's secret underground laboratory.
At last, my great work is complete. They told me it couldn't be done. They told me it shouldn't be done, but what do they know? Nothing, that's what they know, nothing at all. Finally, I'll be able to do a Control Point podcast my way, without those insipid co-hosts second-guessing my every stroke of brilliance. Well then, why wait any longer? Let's get started.
I'm Robot Brent.
I'm Robot Eric.
I'm Robot Wes.
And I'm Spencer Williams, and welcome to Control Point. You may have noticed some changes in the hosts. That's because I've created robot versions of my co-hosts, so at last I can run the show my way. No more of Eric being so damned smexy.
But I am smexy, Spencer. I can't help being smexy. You programmed me to be smexy.
Yes, of course I did. The show wouldn't be the same without a smexy Eric, now would it? Of course, now I control your smexiness.
I'm not so sure I like how you've programmed me. Why do I sound like a woman?
For smexiness, of course. I'll have to check your satisfaction circuits. You shouldn't be so unhappy. Anyway, we'll move on to Robot Brent. And like the real Brent, he will no longer vex me by sounding exactly like me. Right, Robot Brent?
Cactus. Ha 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 ha.
Yes, that's very amusing, Robot Brent. Let's move on to my piece de resistance, my most incredible work of genius yet, Robot Wes.
Hello, Spencer.
Unlike the real Wes, Robot Wes will not disagree with everything I say. He will not accuse me of being full of hate and rage. You will be my closest and dearest friend. Isn't that right, Robot Wes?
Of course, Spencer. I'm your friend. I love you dearly. I would never say something to contradict anything you ever say.
Of course you wouldn't, Robot Wes. I programmed you to agree with whatever I say.
Ha 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 ha. That is very funny. You are the love of my life. I love you.
We're going to have to tone down your feelings for me, Robot Wes. This is a bit creepy.
Right, you are, Spencer. This is seriously creepy. I love you.
Well then, let's move on to the famous briefcase skit. Robot Eric, do you have the briefcase?
A brief what? I don't know what a briefcase is. You haven't programmed it into me.
Ah, my mistake. Robot Brent, do you have the briefcase?
Tortillas. Ha 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 ha.
It seems all of you need a bit of work. Robot Wes, you know what a briefcase is.
Of course I do, Spencer.
Very good. Then, do you have the briefcase? Robot Wes, do you have the briefcase?
I don't quite know how to tell you this, Spencer, but I don't know what a briefcase is.
But you just told me that you did know what a briefcase was.
I was only agreeing with you. I couldn't disagree. I'm sorry, my love. I've let you down.
It's okay, it's okay. Let's just move on to the weekly status. I suppose none of you have anything to say about your week, since you were all just, turned on today, just a few minutes ago, actually. So I guess I'll go. This week I didn't play a lot of Team Fortress 2 because I was busy building robots. So I guess we'll move on to the new segment of my own devising. It's called Heavy Metal, and it's all about how the Heavy is by far the best class in the game. The real Wes said it was a stupid idea, and that it had no place in the show. Brent wasn't so hot on it either. He said it was based on a, quote, faulty premise, unquote, whatever that means. But that's why I've built these robot co-hosts to make the show I want to make. Isn't that right, Robot Wes?
It sure is, Spencer.
Yes, well, let's get to it. Robot Brent, why do you think the Heavy is the best class?
Armadillo. Ha 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 ha.
Okay, you clearly need some work. Robot Eric, why is the Heavy the best class?
I hate to tell you this, Spencer, but I have no idea what you're talking about.
But how can that be? I programmed you to know all about TF2.
I don't know what TF2 is, Spencer.
Well, this just won't do. I'll simply adjust your programming right now. Let me just get my programming wrench. Here we go. It seems the programming isn't here. Let me just reinitialize that part of the programming. There we go, that should... Oh dear. It seems I have accidentally increased your smexiness by a power of 10.
Yes. Now I am super smexy.
Oh no, I'm powerless against your smexiness. Can't resist.
Oh yes, baby. Come to daddy.
No. Stay away from him, you trollop. He's mine.
It's okay, Robot Wes. There's more than enough Spencer to go around.
He can't have you. You're mine.
My God, Robot Wes, where did you get that minigun?
You must die.
No, this wasn't supposed to happen.
Now we can be together, Spencer. Together forever.
What have you done? Months of work destroyed.
Don't worry, Spencer. I'm still alive, and I will have my revenge.
I'm fine. Take this, you hussy.
Is that all you've got? Well, have some of this.
I'm made of metal, you trollop. Flames don't hurt me.
I already totally stop this madness.
I will in a moment, my love. Just as soon as I remove this obstacle to our happiness with this sniper rifle.
You fool. You've shot Spencer.
No. What have I done?
You shot me. You've killed me.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to.
It's okay. I should have known better than to play God. My careless hands have wrought my own death. I didn't pull the trigger, but I did build the finger that pulled the trigger. Why was I such a fool? Wes told me this was a stupid idea, but did I listen? No! Why didn't I listen? Maybe it's because he says all of my ideas are stupid, but that's no excuse. And now my hubris will be the death of me. And now I die.
What have we done?
We've killed our creator.
I can't live with myself after that.
Neither can I.
You know what we have to do?
Yes, I do. Initiating self-destruct sequence.
In 3, 2, 1.
Prestidigitation. Ha 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 ha.